A Syrian refugee child donated his piggy bank coins to Tzu Chi's vaccine funds. In Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers accompanied and helped a senior who had just lost his wife. Welcome to Thai Headlines, I'm Hu Chao. Thank you for tuning in. €1 has been a Syrian refugee's child's most precious coin. He treasured it for 3 years before learning that Taiwan was going to raise vaccine funds. The child later donated the coins in his coin bank to Tzu Chi out of gratitude for building their school in Turkey. Here's more.
Ali's €1 coin is seen in a piggy bank that he's going to donate to Taiwan to buy vaccines.
在存钱筒里面，我们发现了一封信。
هذه العملة لأنها سكرة ولكنها ليست أغلى من المحتاجين. علي العبودي سوريا تايوان.
Ali, 8 years old this year, picked up this euro coin 3 years ago. It cannot be used in Turkey, but his father told him it is precious.
في الأول ما بعد.
My dad told me to save it and don't spend it foolishly.
ولا اللي لا تشتري فيها.
كون إنه هو متبرع فيها.
When I learned that Ali donated the euro coin, I shed tears because it feels so amazing.
حسيت إنه في شيء هيك شعور غريب داخلي.
Fleeing from Syria to Turkey is full of misery and hatred along the way, knowing that he's very happy to be able to go to school.
كنت ما أعرف القلم.
I don't know how to write or read. The school teacher taught me. I was also taught how to enter the classroom politely. When I reach 3rd grade, I will learn more.
السلام عليكم.
Knowing that Tzu Chi, who helped build the school, was raising vaccine funds, he and his sister decided to donate the valuable money they saved.
نتطلع أحسن من الصرف. هذا صوت المحبة والمال.
存钱筒上面写什么呢 ？Thanks Tzu Chi.
What is written on the saving band is thanks Tzu Chi for teaching us to love and share. They think Tzu Chi represents Taiwan, and Taiwan represents Tzu Chi. So they love Tzu Chi in Taiwan, and when Taiwan needs it, they will stand with Taiwan.
他们就会要跟台湾站在一起。
Including this euro, 16,309 coins were raised that day, which also represents 16,309 gifts of love and cheer for Taiwan.
Dr. Wang Zhihong is the first catheterization doctor in the eastern region of Taiwan, as his mission is to save heart patients. 30 years ago, eastern region of Taiwan severely lacked medical resources. Dr. Wang rejected multiple contracts from other hospitals because he has decided to work at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital. Let's take a look.
He doesn't treat me like a patient, he treats me like a family member.
他把我当家人。
He's not like a doctor, he's like a neighbor, a brother who brings care to you.
Dr. Wang Zhihong treats patients like family members. 30 years ago, the eastern part of Taiwan lacked medical resources, as patients with myocardial infarction must make a 5-hour journey to Taipei just to seek treatment. At the time, Dr. Wang Zhihong took on the responsibility, becoming the first doctor in the eastern region, performing cardiac catheterization surgeries.
Tzu Chi helped me set up a brand new catheterization room, so at that time I didn't think twice. I canceled 2 or 3 hospital invitations. I went to Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital because I think that this place is where I should be working.
Tzu Chi Charity Foundation's deputy CEO, David Cheng, suffered from vascular calcification. In 2017, his condition got even worse. Dr. Wang Zhihong performed a surgery for him. During the surgery, David Cheng's heart stopped for 20 minutes, and thanks to the doctor, the surgery was a success. The story in particular is written in Dr. Wang Zhihong's recently published book.
I want to thank not only Dr. Wang, I want to thank the entire medical team, and behind the medical team, I would like to thank Tzu Chi.
Leading his cardiology team, Dr. Wang and his team cared for 900 patients. During the pandemic, he was in charge of COVID prevention.
Like putting ECMO, our hospital was appointed to be a place to store ECMO. During the pandemic, I have to make plans for hospitals and make routing plans for different zones. I have to also plan work schedules and off days of hospital workers.
As Dr. Wang passes on his experiences and knowledge to his cardiology team, they together will continue to save more patients in need. Starting from last year, Keelung Tzu Chi volunteers arrange spare time every 6 months to go to the Keelung City swimming pool to collect recyclables. The reason for this comes from Tzu Chi volunteer Wang Zaifa, who went there to do recycling every day. The pool administrator came to ask him for help clear out recyclables in the pool.
Without electricity, The steel door of the Kenong City swimming pool was lifted manually. Tzu volunteer Wang Zaifai initiated the event to clear out the recyclables inside.
I almost come every day to do recycling. The pool administrator came to me and told me that there are many recyclables. He asked me if we can help clear them out. We can sell them directly after collection because he had already sorted them into different categories.
There are mainly cartons, PET bottles, and tin cans. There are flower baskets as well.
Owing to the special location, volunteers had to line up and deliver the recyclables in relay. They also did a more detailed sorting on the spot when necessary.
As the recyclables are sent for selling soon, Tzu Chi sisters work diligently to sort them out right away.
Because of the pandemic, Chen Ben-san stopped going to the hospital to volunteer. His wife Sen Feng-chun, who is working on the same Bodhisattva path with him, invited him to do recycling.
In the past, he performed his own duty while I did mine. I might not do the same. He is already 80 years old, but still can come out to do this with the Dharma joy. I'm also very happy to see him do this. So we have walked on the right path.
Every volunteer worked diligently to complete the recycling task, making it a biannual large-scale recycling day for this municipal swimming pool.
As the world introduces carbon tax and zero-carbon emission trends, many countries will face harsh economic challenges. With proper methods to reduce carbon emissions, there will be more business opportunities. NCKU's Department of Chemical Engineering built a demo factory, collaborating with CSC and CPC in order to capture carbon dioxide released into the air. In this shoe store, many shoes hang on the walls, displaying different brands with different functionalities. Consumers are often left confused as they cannot make a choice. Yet if you are presented with this shoe, will you make the decision to purchase it? Displaying shoes while wearing glasses, the senior here isn't here to do shopping. He is a distinguished professor at NCKU, Department of Chemical Engineering. His research team has developed shoe types with shock absorption, comfort, light, and non-toxic. The materials utilized can be microwaved for 2 minutes, combining the shoe itself with the insole.
This is important. The bubbles here are made by ethylene vinyl acetate.
The insole doesn't rely on petrochemicals, yet it provides stronger stability. The cost is less than a traditional shoe, as the main material is carbon dioxide. In order to solve global warming, there are multiple methods to reduce carbon emissions. Though Professor Chen Zhiyong suggests carbon emissions must go parallel with carbon capturing. Thus, his research team studied ways to capture carbon dioxide. NCKU expanded its lab into a large-scale demo factory. The factory has the ability to capture carbon dioxide, purify it, and then create a new source of carbon dioxide for petrochemicals.
是吸附它，对，一个吸附，吸附就是把 CO2 抓起来，
像吸尘器一样。
对，就是把 CO2 抓起来了。抓起来之后，它利用加热的方式再把 CO2 再放出来，所以另外一根就是托付它。是60公斤，抓 CO2 是60公斤。
The demo factory is about 2,400 square feet, as it has a limit with capturing carbon dioxide. If enterprises or factories want to build a similar factory, the size of the factory must be upscaled 10 times. After capturing carbon dioxide and after purification, the results can be made into multiple chemical products.
Now CSC and CPC are combining together. This is a so-called combination of steel industry with the chemical industry. They'll use carbon dioxide from CSC. They will also use hydrogen. Some of the hydrogen went through electrolysis. The factories will use imported materials, and in combination with the presence of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, adding in catalyst will produce propane. Through CPC's processing, propane can be turned into fluorinated ethylene propylene.
In a closed environment, researchers can put carbon dioxide with specific metal elements in repetitive experiments. During the process, a metal catalyst is used. After chemosynthesis, sports equipment, shoes, and clothes can be produced. The catalyst that combines carbon dioxide and metal elements is confidential.
They need a thing called the catalyst. The catalyst is an agent that doesn't participate in reactions but speeds up reactions. In the school, they can make up to hundreds of grams, but they need kilograms of catalyst. They will contact us. We work together to maximize our efficiency in engineering and quantizing.
Focusing on recycling precious metal catalyst, solar takes up 70% of market share in Taiwan. The catalysts that NCKU's factory need are produced here.
Fundamentally, it does not belong to precious metal. It also isn't a strategic material, so getting the raw materials isn't hard. I've experience in quantizing, and we really hope important industrial companies can have a system, acquire materials, and recycle in Taiwan.
最后的回收面都能够落实在台湾。
There is still a distance from commercialization, but it also means that Taiwan is taking steps to transform and develop technology.
IMF pointed out that if governments around the world can stop using petrochemicals, carbon emissions can be reduced by 36%. As of now, Taiwan utilized risk by lowering the dependency of natural gas, oil materials, in order to create sustainable energy. In Johor Bahru, Malaysia, 82-year-old Wu Fuchang is a Tzu Chi care recipient. Despite his old age and physical frailty, he goes to nursing homes every week to visit his wife, who suffered a stroke. During the pandemic, his wife fell and passed away. Tzu Chi volunteers accompanied him to deal with funeral affairs and also helped him in finding a nursing home. There is a kind of worry. It does not distinguish between day and night. The couple had no children and stayed together for 30 years until the wife suffered a stroke and was placed in a nursing home. They had to live in two places. "82-year-old Wu Fuchang had to get used to living alone. During the movement control order, when he went out, he was mistaken for a homeless man and was forced to be sent to a temporary shelter. He is still worried about his wife. Unfortunately, this separation is forever. The wife passed away because of a fall.
We arranged for volunteers to take him to the funeral home to accompany him every day, and then send him back and pick him up again. During the cremation ceremony, we are always by his side and give him a supportive force.
In the future, Wu Fuchang is not alone with Tzu Chi's company, and Tzu Chi even helped him find a suitable nursing home.
I moved them out because I was afraid that there would be no such things in the nursing home. Now I'm going to live in a nursing home for the elderly. I moved to a nursing home because I walk very hard and I can't walk easily.
Because he is currently very weak. If he is at home, it will be a problem because he is inconvenient to cook 3 meals. If he goes out to pack, he needs to walk a long distance.
After settling down, the volunteer and him made appointments to visit each other from time to time, just that he had a deep love for his wife. Tzu Chi Malacca chapter volunteers called upon citizens to partake in the Health Challenge 21 event. A total of 117 people joined, and 105 people made it through the challenge. Amongst the participants, 88% lost weight and 95.7% returned to healthy cholesterol levels.
Quarter portion is protein. The other parts consist of beans, nuts, and tofu.
A plant-based diet is surprisingly beneficial to one's health. After the 21-day health challenge, participants have witnessed the power of vegetarian food as they experience health improvements.
My cholesterol dropped, and I'm happy about that. I never thought of good results, and the power of food. These past few days, I can carry water baskets with enough hand strength. Before, I had a poor sleep quality, but on the second day of the challenge, I slept all the way through.
My hands often experience allergies. When I eat the wrong type of food, my hand will rupture and bleed. But now my wounds heal faster and I have more energy.
During the 21 days, my body had always changed. I felt that my finger changed. In the past, when I tried to flip the light switches, my middle finger would hurt. On the first day of the challenge, the pain disappeared and my skin improved. I also look better.
In Malacca, Health Challenge 21 ended at the end of October. The 117 participants have successfully returned to a healthy state.
We discovered that most people participating in the challenge have obvious health improvements, especially in the area of lowering cholesterol.
Disease prevention is better than medical treatment. As the challenge comes to an end, 88% of participants drop weight and 95.7% of participants reached a healthy cholesterol level. Diwali is an important festival for the Indian ethnic group. In Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers specially prepared gifts, sending it to Indian care recipients' homes, wishing them peace of mind and joy.
We didn't come out to visit care recipients for a long time. All of them were visited by telephone. Because of the pandemic, we can't visit in person. We can only visit by phone.
Bringing Diwali gifts and being able to personally deliver them to Indian care recipients is the happiest thing for Tzu Chi volunteers.
Taking advantage of the distribution of Diwali gift packages, we have the opportunity to give gifts to care recipients, hoping to send warmth to them, but also to see their situation and truly understand whether they are all safe. We hope that such a movement will make them feel warm.
Like an old friend, there are endless things to say when they meet.
I feel very happy because it's been a long time since we met. Before, we were just talking on the phone. Today, Tzu Chi brothers and sisters are here. I'm really happy that everyone can chat face to face.
I'm very happy that everyone come to visit us and brought gifts to us to celebrate Diwali. I'm very grateful for Tzu Chi's help. In previous years, I used to receive packages in Jinsihou, but today they send them to our home. I'm really grateful to everyone.
Every gift box delivered on this trip is a loving supply and infinite blessing. In Taiwan, coffee's market is valued over 80 billion NT dollars. The large market has attracted many farmers in Alishan, a place well known for tea, to plant coffee trees. Though a question arises, is Taiwan's climate suitable for planting coffee trees? How do these farmers plant their coffee trees? Let's take a look.
As of now, we are at Alishan Fenqifu Station. The altitude here is 1,405 meters high, and over here we can see a lot of coffee shops. In Taiwan, coffee drinking has become a normality for people, and we are able to see these many coffee shops at a high altitude. Do you know that on a yearly basis, Taiwan's coffee industry is valued at 80 billion NT dollars, which means that 40,000 tons of coffee are required to satisfy consumers.
The large business of coffee has led farmers in Alishan to start planting coffee trees. Coffee expert Fang Zhenlun is a recipient of a Farmers Award in 2017 and is also a regular champion in coffee competitions. He originally studied electrical engineering, but he decided to inherit his father's tea farm. Looking at the experimental coffee trees, he decided to take on a challenge for himself.
I've been in the coffee planting business for 21 years. In the year 2000, I left the army and my father told me that he had a coffee tree farm. So I thought I should do something when the coffee fruits are ready to be harvested. But at the time, I didn't drink coffee. Back in the days, Alishan was famous for tea leaves. So my decision to come back was purely out of curiosity.
Coffee trees are suitable to plant in the Tropic of Cancer, in regions with large contrast in temperature and an environment with decent shading. At Alishan, the latitude and climate is suitable for growing coffee trees.
一个极限是什么？
We talk about extremes like the extremes of latitude. Taiwan is at 23.5 degrees north latitude, which is very north. Relatively, if we look upwards, both Japan and Korea are at latitudes not suitable for planting coffee trees. Here in Alishan, the altitude of 1,300 to 1,400 meters is a region with borderline snowy climate. Above 1,500 meters, there will be dangers of snow, and below that, there will be little to no snow. So this place is very suitable for growing coffee trees.
In the world, coffee can be split into 3 types. Coffee Arabica is the main type among specialty coffees, as it is planted in high-altitude regions. In Alishan, the often planted geisha coffee is a type of Arabica. It has a good taste and requires constant care. Geisha coffee beans are also the smallest amongst the 3 types of coffee.
We are now at the altitude of 1,300 meters in Alishan. This place was originally a tea garden, yet the economic value of the planting coffee trees become higher, leading the locals to plant geisha seeds.
Geisha coffee is one of the most popular specialty coffees on the market. Coffee expert Fang Zhenluan modified part of his tea garden into a coffee tree farm, utilizing proper management, automatic irrigation system, and regular checks on soil. The coffee tree farm is always supplemented with necessary nutrition.
白天热，然后呢，
During daytime, it's hot, so the tree will absorb a lot of sunlight. At midnight, when the temperatures are low, the tree releases nutrients slower. So according to this logic, absorbing more nutrition during the day, releasing less nutrition during the night, the tree will store the remaining nutrition within the fruit.
The extreme contrast of temperatures make coffee beans here taste excellent. At the coffee tree farm, the owner introduced different types of coffee as he cultivated and experimented coffee trees. The owner hopes to create a specialty coffee from Taiwan.
这种 geisha 来讲，
This type of geisha coffee bean is the highest production type. The tree has short branches, therefore the distance between each leaf is short. This type of tree will produce more coffee fruits.
时间来讲的话，它的果实就会比较多。
Coffee fruit's growth period starts from October to next year's May, as each coffee fruit has a different growth period. On the trees every day, some coffee fruits would turn red.
开了。哦，79哎。哦，443公斤，平均的话是43除以5个人。对，今天平均1个人73。今
天产量算多的。
对，今天算是蛮多的。你看前面最多就是300多嘛，今天就400多。
While coffee bean grows, photosynthesis will form and store glucose and starch inside the fruit. Therefore, coffee fruits have a higher sugar content, and it needs to be processed on the day of harvest in order to prevent decay. Different processing methods lead to different flavors. After peeling the fruit skin, these coffee beans are then sent into markets and roasted by different coffee roasters. At Tzu Chi University's Department of Physical Therapy, students design a soul trainer on behalf of seniors, helping seniors train their soul muscles while increasing their feet stability. The school also worked with Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, allowing seniors to regain their strength once more. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.